There is something about time that slips through your fingers the moment you try to grasp it. You look at a clock, you see numbers. You look into your past, you see memory. You look toward the future, and all you find is longing. But what if all of it, the ticking, the passing, the waiting, is a veil, a mirage? You've been told time moves forward, that it is linear, that it flows like a river from a beginning to an end. But what if it doesn't? What if time doesn't pass, but you do? There is a secret hidden beneath every second, a silence beneath every movement. It is not measured by clocks or calendars, but by presence, by the degree to which you are awake to the now. Time, in truth, may not be something you live in. It may be something that lives in you. And in the whispers of the mystics, in the ink-stained words of Ibn Arabi, we find a doorway into this secret. He did not speak of time as a number. He spoke of it as a shadow of consciousness. He saw it not as a ruler over man, but as a mirror for the self. There is a teaching that says, time is the breath of the divine. And if that is true, then each moment is not passing. It is being created, right now, again and again and again. So what happens when you stop chasing time and start listening to it? What is time if not the illusion of movement across a stillness too deep to see? You wake up, you age, you change, but what is it that watches all this? What is the point from which you say, I was or I will be? That point never moves. That point is always now. This is the paradox that mystics like Ibn Arabi pointed to. That time, as we know it, is not real in itself. It is not a substance, not a container, not a flowing stream. It is a perception, a lens, a way the self views the unfolding of divine will, and that lens can shift. In the teachings of Ibn Arabi, time is not linear, but layered. Not a thread stretched from past to future, but a spiral, a circle within circles, each moment holding all moments within it. He called this the ever-renewed creation, al-khalq al-jadid, where God does not create once and walk away, but creates existence continuously, moment by moment, breath by breath. To Ibn Arabi, each moment is a fresh unveiling of divine names, al-Baqi, the ever-remaining, hidden behind al-Fani, the vanishing. Time is not a background. It is the very stage upon which God's attributes reveal themselves. And so, what you call past is just a memory unfolding now. What you call future is just imagination vibrating in this instant. Only the present is real. And even it, he says, vanishes before it arrives. When the Sufi lets go of time, they don't lose direction, they gain presence. In the vast ocean of Sufi metaphysics, Ibn Arabi stands like a lighthouse, not to show the way, but to remind you there is no shore to reach, only the sea to become. He taught that time is not something external to the self, it is a function of the self's awareness. The more you awaken, the more the illusion of time dissolves. In his view, the world is constantly recreated by God at every instant, what he called tajdid al-khalq fi al-anfas, the renewal of creation in every breath. To understand this is to understand that nothing truly endures, not pain, not joy, not identity. Everything you hold on to is already gone. By the time you name it, it has changed. The only constant is change itself, and the only real presence is the one that never passes, the divine. Ibn Arabi did not speak of now as a fleeting moment between two fixed points. He spoke of it as the axis upon which all reality turns, the eternal instant, waqt, where God discloses himself to creation. And that instant, he said, is alive within you. In one of his verses, he writes, "There is nothing in time but his face. All else is passing, but he remains." For him, the experience of time was not about minutes or days, but about presence, the depth of your seeing, the nearness of your soul to the one who is beyond change. And so, to awaken to time in the way Ibn Arabi speaks of, is to awaken to the divine in motion, to recognize each moment not as a drop on a line, but as a mirror of God's unfolding mercy. Imagine this: a potter sits beside a wheel shaping clay, but this clay is not passive. It breathes, it speaks, it remembers a time before it was formed, and every turn of the wheel, every pressure of the potter's hand is not destruction, it's revelation. Now imagine the pot is you. You move through moments like a form through fire. You think you are aging, changing, losing, but in truth you are being revealed, piece by piece, layer by layer. Time in this sense is not eroding you, it is sculpting you. The fire is not burning you, it's making you visible. This is how the mystic sees time, not as an enemy, but as an artist, not as a thief, but as a teacher. A man once walked through a forest asking, "Why does God not show himself?" He stumbled upon a tree ablaze with autumn colors, a breeze that whispered without sound, and the silence between bird calls. He heard nothing. He kept walking. He did not realize God had spoken over and over again, through time, through beauty, through the ever-changing moment that reveals the never-changing source. If he had stopped, if he had looked, not with his eyes but with his heart, he might have seen that time itself was God's voice, soft, continuous, unfolding, just like you, just like now. You, yes, you reading this now, have lived your life as if time was chasing you. Deadlines, regrets, waiting for the right moment. But what if time was never chasing you? What if it was inviting you to pause, to listen, to remember that every breath you take is a doorway. Every silence you enter is a message. You do not live in time. Time lives through you. And when you truly stop, not just physically, but inwardly, you begin to feel it, the stillness that has always been here. This stillness is not emptiness. It is fullness beyond form. It is the sacred now, the waqt that Ibn Arabi spoke of, where everything disappears except what is real. So close your eyes, not to escape, but to see more clearly. Listen, not with your ears, but with your being. The world will keep spinning, the clocks will keep ticking, but you can enter a space where none of that matters. This is not imagination, this is remembrance. This is what the mystics have always pointed to, that the veil of time can only be lifted when you stop trying to lift it and instead allow it to become transparent. You are not late, you are not early, you are right on time, because you are time, and time, at its core, is God's gaze reflecting through your soul. There is nothing left to chase, not the past, which exists only as a story in your mind, not the future, which is a horizon that recedes as you move toward it, and not even the present, which is gone the moment you try to hold it. There is only this, a deep, quiet knowing, a pulse beneath your thoughts, a presence beneath all becoming. This is what the mystics have always invited us into, not an answer, but a space, not a conclusion, but a turning, not a belief, but a being. Time will not stop for you, but you can stop in time. You can rest into the rhythm of the real. You can dissolve into the breath between moments, the silence beneath sound, the gaze behind the gaze. And when you do, when you let go of the idea that time is something to measure, manage, or master, you may discover that the timeless has always been here, waiting, watching, whispering. Sometimes saying nothing means saying everything. If something in you remembers, if something in you still listens, then let it guide you. Subscribe to Heart's Whisper, not to follow more, but to return to less.